What it do? What it do? What it do? Hey, you already know it's your number one crew, and we OTR Toboggan Lit. You already know. Thanks to the boy Trizzle. Hey, but you are listening to Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast Beyond the Ropes. No, I don't have a background. I don't have a green screen. You are seeing everything in the flesh. I know the picture is perfect quality. I'm on my phone. Who gives a fuck? We still about to give you this content. You already know. I'm repping today. I'm OTI out. Boom. So, as an introduction, like I always do, I am OTR Mic Drop.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This your boy OTR Trey. Normally, well, shit, I'm still technically do-rag Trey. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday night Trey. But Mr. Rant just messaged us, said give him a second. So,
oh shit, I ain't think he was gonna hop on.
all three of us.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll save it for him, man. Let's do some funny recap, man. How you feeling? How you feeling after my birthday extravaganza, dog?
shit. After I passed out on your couch.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was the first one out.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
I disappeared on y'all ass.
I'm talking to Mrs. Mic Drop, and I just realized, damn, ain't nobody out here. So I went to sleep.
Hey, look. So when everybody left, I was like, damn. I felt that shit hit rock bottom. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and lay down. So I laid down. And then all of a sudden, but you're never supposed to lay down when you're drunk. That's when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
So I felt it coming up, made it to the bathroom, got it all out my system. I tried to make it back to the bed, but that cool ass flow felt good. I laid on the floor. But hey, it was epic, man.
I had a good time. The whole OTR was in there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we was all in there. Yeah, it was a good night, man.
It was a good night because I was over there while partaking in the festivities. I was over here watching War Games.
Hey, I was too lit to be watching anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I want to just do a quick recap. We don't have to go too crazy on the War Games recap. Shit, you want to do the two War Games matches, or you want to go all of them?
Well, I was gonna wait until Mr. Rant, OTR Rant came on.
All right,
before we go into the nitty gritty, because he like to do his quick hits.
Well, he said give him a second. I don't know how long that second gonna be.
Hey, well, seconds turn into minutes, turn into half an hours. But I think he's gonna be on here soon. I mean, I guess until we get into the main topic.
Well, actually, matter of fact, let's talk about how do you feel about Britt Baker? You see what she said?
Nah.
She was talking about how much time all the women have gotten on TV and how much she's gotten, like with a live mic in her hand. She was like, Britt Baker for the year of 2023, she has had 0 mic time, like solo mic time.
Yeah,
not a backstage segment, but like in the ring.
Now that leads me to ask: do they have confidence in the women on the mic?
I mean, it depends on who they talking about, because
Anna Jay does.
Julia don't talk. That's her character.
Julia don't talk. She kind of just directs and stuff. But
Sheeta don't talk.
Hey, more women on ROH have mic time than.
I say the one that probably talks the most is Tony Storm, because she got that whole thing going on.
Yeah,
Saraya talks.
Yeah,
but some people are saying that this is a ploy, and they say, what do you think about the rumors that Britt Baker is the devil?
Wow. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I don't think anything would surprise me regarding that.
But my question is, I hate when they do this, because at first the devil attacked Jay White. The devil was on MJF's side. Then the devil is attacking anybody associated with MJF.
Mm-hmm. Samoa Joe and
it didn't look like a woman in them clothes. So now you're gonna switch it, and then you're gonna have it be a woman. I hate wrestling sometimes.
hey man,
I really do.
Sometimes it's like you get what you partake in, man.
I don't know, but that leads me to another question. How do you feel about the AEW women's division overall? Because Thunder Rosa apparently has been cleared. You know, that's my girl.
Yeah. We don't see as much of it like we used to when Jay was there. Don't get me wrong, we still get heavy women's matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I seen something. It was saying like majority of the women's matches happen on like the dark shows,
like Rampage,
as opposed to on air
or Collision.
Yeah, like it's not really Dynamite field, which it man, it doesn't. When it comes to wrestling, I think you're gonna run into that same problematic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is that back in history, the women were the sex symbols, right?
Right.
They were the sex symbols, right? They were the eye candies and stuff like that. They weren't
Take my
really
glasses off for that.
they weren't typically in the ring field competing. So now when WWE started this whole women's evolution type thing, and not saying that they were the creators of it, but when they did the women's pay-per-view, you were kind of setting a standard for all the women competitors, right? But then you dial back.
He said, "Add me, fool."
TNA. Oh, and we got Ranton J.
We got a ghost.
I ain't lying, boy. It looked like you doggone.
Hey Jay, where your hat?
Oh. My bad. Give me 1 second.
Oh man.
But like I was saying, like TNA, like I want to say TNA was like leading in women's wrestling, right? As far as the women competitors, just for their style of matches, they got equal time. Believe it or not, they got equal time as the men did.
I do believe that.
Yeah. So I mean, with AEW in the women's competition, like in the women's competitors and wrestlers, they going through the same process that WWE going through. Oh, our matches are only 5 minutes. It's 7 minutes here and there, but unless it's a title match and then we get like maybe 15 to 20 minutes, I'm like, yeah, but what stops y'all from getting that airtime is your botches, right? Are you really in a performance?
Yeah,
are
man.
you really
digging
down? Are you really digging down deep?
I don't know what's going on with my camera. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got this glow. You want some Bruce Leroy type shit.
Those of you watching on YouTube, not listening on any of the platforms, Jay came in here looking like Casper.
It's the whitest I've ever been.
We ain't been on stream in a minute. Maybe your camera just ain't used to it. Got to load back up.
Right.
I guess.
So Jay, we were talking about women's divisions right now in AEW while we waited for you.
Yeah.
But the complaint is always going to be there. The resolution of it is, if you want more airtime, perfect your craft. If you're not in the ring perfecting your craft and being a workhorse, then you're not going to get that airtime that you think that you should have.
Okay.
That's just how I see it.
But I do think that they need to put a little more effort into the women.
Like
they got a loaded roster. Like
they got a loaded roster, but how many of them are perfecting their craft instead of on the internet showing their glutes and being in bikinis and doing that? Are they in the ring?
You talking about NXT
training?
or AEW?
I'm talking about AEW. You see more AEW than anything on the internet.
Not on my feeds.
I do.
I got a lot of NXT. Girls I ain't even know what's on there.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of NXT, but AEW is the whole roster. The whole women's roster is doing bikini shoots and all of this and stuff like that. So how I see it, it's like if you doing that, you ain't in the ring training.
You can do both. It don't take nothing to put a bikini on.
It don't, but it shows. It shows in the botches and stuff like that. It shows when they're in the ring that they ain't training. They're not in sync. So I mean that's
real
just
talk.
my
I think real talk skill wise, I think NXT women might have it.
Oh, of course. They're in the performance center 24/7.
I'm talking about even more than some of the ones that got moved up to the main.
They're in the performance center. Once you move up to the main, your schedule, you more meet and greet type schedule as opposed to being in the dungeon working to try to get up to that level. It's the same thing like if you notice, I'm gonna use college football. The motherfuckers in college football are dogs, right? Probably some of the most heavy hitting, fastest mugs that you will ever see touch the football field. Soon as they get that NFL contract, what happens? They slack.
Turn into kittens.
Exactly. They're slack as hell. They get hit once, they crying. They're complaining about not getting the ball. Well, motherfucker, you wasn't working hard like you was in college. Although college, you ain't really had no choice. You was on a schedule. But NFL, you still on that same level. It's just that y'all all adults. As opposed to the coaches still looking at you as kids when you in college, even though you are grown too, but they still looking at you as kids. You signed to a contract to get up to that superior level.
I got you.
So the moment you sign that WWE main roster contract, guess what you are? Oh, you on the road, you promoting and everything. You have to make your own time to hit the gym. You ain't in the gym as soon as you leave out. Like you're at NXT, your TV home is the same place that you train at. So you ain't got no choice but to be there.
I got you. AOJ, did you get a chance to look at the topics?
No, sir.
All right, cool. So you're gonna go off the cuff. All right.
Yep, straight off the top of the dome.
All right, well then let's go ahead since we missed last week. Let's do our quick thoughts or quick hits, as Jay would say. And for War Games.
Hit us with it, Jay.
Just overall.
Quick hits.
Just give me your overall impression of War Games. We don't gotta go through the whole thing.
I have to say for War Games, it was a solid.
Be honest.
Solid 8. I'll give it an 8. I was on the fence between like a 7, 7.5, but I'll give it an 8. I mean, I think the War Game matches were the highlight of the night. Which one will I say? The women's match was a little bit of a letdown for me, right?
Not for me.
I'm not saying it was I'm not saying it was a lot. I'm just saying it was just a little bit. In the sense of, for me, it was just really predictable, right? I mean, we all see Bayley get kicked out. We just don't know when or how it's going to happen.
Right.
And then
we knew she was going to take the L.
Yeah, we all knew she was going to take that L. I think that's why it was so predictable, because we kind of knew that they were going to lose and she was going to be the one to take the L.
Are you surprised that Shotzi actually made it to the match and didn't get taken out?
Listen, I'm surprised that they're putting Shotzi's name like even after War Games. What was it last Friday night when they was talking about potential contenders for the women's championship,
Mm-hmm.
and they had Shotzi in there
Mm-hmm.
talking
You don't
about
like
she was a contender.
Shotzi?
It's not that I don't like Shotzi, right? I don't like this revamped version of Shotzi. No, I don't.
Mm.
But I think Shotzi is a great competitor, but do you see her as the face of the women's division for SmackDown?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't. I really don't. And
I
that's
feel
the
like
only.
Shotzi's filling voids right now,
I feel like she is too. You know what I'm saying? Um,
and they don't have enough face competitors on the
that's
women's
why I keep
division.
saying I really believe that when Jay finally, debuts, I really believe that she's going to SmackDown.
Yeah,
Like I really do. But
that's what I
And
say. Even though they tried to say that she signed an exclusive deal with Raw, but
nobody
that's
knows.
neither here or there.
Yeah. No, I mean it. Okay, the women's match was. If I had to rank that on its own, it would probably be a 7 for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I appreciate EO jumping off the top of the cage in the trash can. You gotta give it to Charlotte for her moonsault off the top of the cage and everything like that.
it might have been the
I'm
best
not
one she ever
saying
did in her life.
it probably was the best one. I mean, even though she caught EO in the forehead with her knee,
Yeah,
it was. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen when you jump off the top of the rope.
Hey,
But I mean,
EO had more aim with her non-seeing herself in a trash can.
she really did.
That's all I'm
But
gonna say.
I mean, overall, I can't say too many bad things. I think where War Games missed was the singles matches. I
All
think
right, let's
that's
talk
where it was
about
kind of
those.
lacking.
yeah.
How'd y'all feel about Dragon Lee taking Carlito's spot?
I didn't care for it.
Nah.
And
I don't
speaking of
understand.
Dragon Lee, he is now going to be facing Dom on Saturday at Stand and Deliver because or Deadline. I'm sorry, Deadline because Wes Lee is hurt.
Okay,
I feel
so
I feel like oh, go ahead.
this is my thing with this whole Dragon Lee shit, right? For Rey Mysterio not to be announcing his retirement, like I know he's moving
Golly,
towards
I
that.
hate you.
I know he's moving towards that. I feel like they're pushing him. They're pushing him too. They're pushing him too hard for him not to be like. I don't know. For him not to be really doing shit. He's a great competitor. He's a
Dragon Lee.
great lucha. I just don't like they pushing him hard, but he ain't doing nothing really.
They're pushing him to be
Rey
uh
Mysterio.
the new luchador, mass luchador. I feel like
Yeah.
it, it's not really working.
Now, who's the
No.
other one? Who's the other one that they have? Uh, he's kind of like the Flash, but he got the mask on.
Oh, I
Oh,
know you.
yeah.
He fought Dragon Lee on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It
Damn,
started
I
with an S,
forget
I
his name.
think. I can't remember his name. Shout
Yeah.
out to you though, bro.
I know who you talking about.
No, I
Yeah.
was excited for Carlito to come back. I was excited to see Carlito in that one-on-one match to see like what type of what kind of push they were really going to give Carlito, and then they botched it. They screwed it up.
Well, how do you feel about let's keep it on Escobar. How do you feel about him and his exit from the LWO has been made official when he turned on his boys?
So
Yeah, perfect.
I feel like Escobar to me is following that line of what's the old buddy's name, Del Rio.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, Alberto Del Rio. That's who I
Mm,
see Escobar as right now.
yeah. Well,
And
they're saying
we
that
already know
he's
Del Rio was a champion, so
yeah.
I feel like Escobar could be trending that way if they keep
Right.
going right with it.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a big time singles competitor. Um, he's definitely a headliner. I feel like for Latin American wrestlers, um, there's a possibility that he could be creating his own variation of LWO with
Umberto and Angel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you think they're gonna turn?
Well, they're on NXT right now. They have revamped their persona, so
Look,
they're supposed.
They better not do LWO like they did with NWO and have them coming out with all purple lettered LWO or something anti.
Nah, I feel like it'd just be like, kind of like what Escobar did in NXT. Like if we win,
they'll just make a new Legato.
Yeah, basically it could be the new Legato.
All right, now let's go to Gunther versus The Miz.
Definitely an upset.
Yeah.
Definitely, I feel like The Miz should have won, but whatever they're doing with Gunther, I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing with Gunther. I think that was definitely a miss. That was a perfect time for Gunther to lose the championship.
Yeah, like first of all, yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just saying it's perfect time for him to lose the championship and kind of groom him and get him ready for that main title run. You know what I mean? Because I just don't understand what more do they need? They need him to hold the belt till WrestleMania. Like the fact of the matter is that the championship has not really changed hands. You know what I mean? Everybody continues to retain, except for when Rey Mysterio lost to Jake Paul, and that was just so fucking obvious
Logan.
Logan. It was just so damn obvious. But other than that, these titles have not changed hands at all. Right? So I don't understand like what they're doing. Like nobody wants to see a bunch of title changes at WrestleMania. And for them to continue to keep saving shit for WrestleMania is really starting to get annoying.
I promise you, it's like every fucking body is going to drop their titles at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I mean they got 2 nights to fill.
But I mean, we don't want to see everybody lose their title.
So basically,
then it makes it seem like it's fixed.
Is that we're going to get the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. He's going to lose at WrestleMania. And then we're going to have we're going to have the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion lose at WrestleMania. And then we're going to have Roman Reigns on his historic run lose at WrestleMania. Just like the Usos on their historic tag team run lose at WrestleMania. Like it's lame.
Yeah.
So, but that's what's going to happen.
I mean, they're already looking at Imperium breaking up.
That would be so stupid.
What, Imperium breaking up?
Yes.
I mean, once they break up, that's a wrap. That's when the title's going to drop.
They need we need there's not a lot of heel tag teams.
No, but as you can see, like they're teasing it already.
And Judgment Day is going to break up pretty soon, and so we're going to need another faction to take over.
Yeah, but they're also in the mix of building other tag teams. So you're looking at, because a lot of these factions are made of singles competitors. Were once singles competitors. So all of Judgment Day singles, right? Then Imperium, yeah, they tag team, but all of them started in NXT as singles competitors.
Is what you come to the main roster as.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
DIY face team, Creed Brothers face team, New Day face team. The Viking Raiders, one of them's hurt, so Alpha Academy face team. That's all on Raw. All you got the only heels you got is Imperium and Judgment Day.
Nah, you got what you call it now.
Who?
The Hurt Business.
They not on Raw.
Oh, I thought you said on Smack. I thought you said
on Raw. No, on Raw. So
true.
I don't see the point in breaking them up. At least not right now. But yeah, I agree. I think the Miz.
I'm gonna just say this.
I don't know. I think they might be waiting on Gable to take that title off of Gunther.
Then they should have let him. They should have let him taking it off when he beat him last time. When he fought him last time.
Bigger show.
No, I know, but I'm just saying I'm tired. Like I'm over it. It's annoying. That's all.
WWE is all about clicks, man.
The way I see
AEW
it,
is all
Gunther needs
about
to lose it at
maximizing their profit.
Gunther needs to lose it at Royal Rumble.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Or you put him in an Elimination Chamber.
We're gonna talk about all of that.
Bro, when's the last time somebody lost the title at the Elimination Chamber?
AJ when he lost it in the match.
That's what I'm saying.
That was like 2018, 19.
When Bray Wyatt won it. RIP.
Yeah.
But all right. What about Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark? Did Zoe Stark show you something?
Show me that there really is nobody else in the Raw Women's division that can really challenge Rhea right now.
Besides
That's
Becky.
all they showed me. Besides Becky, yeah.
And Jade.
The Raw Women's division is in shambles.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
When I sent y'all that message, I was like, they got all these women in this. When Zoe Stark won the little battle royal they had, I was like, so this is the whole women's roster for Raw.
Yep.
And I was just looking at the names, like
singles competitors wise, yeah.
Which means y'all know what that means. That belt is going on one or two people. If it's not Becky, it's going to be one or two people.
Raquel and Nia.
It's going to be either Shayna or Nia Jax.
Ooh.
That's the only two people that belt can go on.
Not Raquel.
I don't see them pushing Raquel. They've tried already multiple times.
I still think she got like another legit real push left in her.
If they gave her the belt and did see what happens, then I think it would be a different story. But they won't even do that. They won't even let her win the belt. So
that's because mommy's always on top.
Whatever.
All right, let's get to the main event. Let's get to the men's match. There's a lot of things that happened, and we're going to talk all about it. That's going to lead into my other topics for the night. But overall, just the men's match in general, just the overall men's match.
Last year's was better.
Last year's is way better.
Oh, yeah, the one with the bloodline was legit.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the drama story, right? And I feel like a match in a premium live event, as such, the story makes the match. The lead up makes the match. Mind you, all of the Judgment Day, yes, they had the story. Everybody having their individual grudges with Judgment Day coming together. Yeah, that's typical. That's all right. But looking at, maybe because the Bloodline was more of a dominant heel faction, made it so much better, and just how like Roman was orchestrating it, and even though like it was drama within that faction, it just worked, right?
No, you want me to tell you what really worked? I'll tell you what really. You want me to tell you what really worked? What really worked is that Sami Zayn was technically on the outs.
Right.
And that was the
kept
match.
Proving himself.
That was the match where he really proved himself and he really got into. That was Sami Zayn's initiation into the Judgment Day. And that's what made that match so much better. The way Sami Zayn was taking bumps
because of KO.
And they tried to do that. They tried to recreate that with Bayley in the women's match where she kept taking the spears and all the other kind of stuff. And it just doesn't work. Like I hate when they do. For one,
it doesn't work because Damage Control is Bayley's group. She wasn't trying to get accepted. It's her group. She's trying to. So
no, I
will say that the Bloodline did the story better of an outsider trying to come into the group
with JD,
because like the way that JD entered Judgment Day, like he finally got his. They finally accepted him, and that was before the War Games match. Sammy, he was in, but Jay just wouldn't give him no slack. Like just kept beefing with him. And it was when he sacrificed KO that Jay was like, all right, cool, we down.
Yeah. And then as well as this isn't gonna be a popular opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think the whole Randy Orton not being there, and then all competitors were in the ring, and then finally his music hits after everybody's getting all their beat downs, and I think that was weak.
What annoyed me about that was if let's say Randy didn't come out, was War Games ever officially going to start? Because they said it officially started when Randy got there.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
if Randy never came out, what was going to happen?
I don't know, but it was definitely weak.
I feel like if Randy was gonna come out, he shouldn't have came out in the way that he did. He should have like came out through the crowd. He should have came out like climbed the cage or some shit
or acted
like that.
hurt or something.
Nah, he
Or
got
like
hurt because we know that he's better, but
no, like acting like he got beat up or something. I don't know.
But yeah, Randy's freaking jacked though. Holy
what?
shit. Man came back.
Okay,
Like
so now
30
before
pounds
we
of
get
muscle.
deep into it, I just gotta ask, where do you put that RKO?
Oh, that's the no. I'm
The
sorry.
one on JD.
As good as it was, it still wasn't better than the Evan Bourne or the Seth Rollins from the Stomp. Okay, so this RKO is a solid number 3 on the list for me.
All right, yeah.
I don't know. Him, RK and Hulk Hogan on top of that car was good too.
Yeah, but I don't care. Him, RKO,
Look at
Evan Bourne in the middle of that daggone
shooting star.
Shooting star, yeah, was ridiculous. And then Seth Rollins, the way he threw his ass up almost
that was the best.
10 feet in the air. Yeah, that was one. This was a solid 3.
How'd y'all feel about Rhea Ripley running out with the briefcase?
I respect it. Like I thought that this would have been the time for them to cash in.
Yeah,
I mean,
really,
honestly,
with all his ops in the ring,
even with Randy coming back, I really thought that Judgment Day. Honestly, I thought Judgment Day was going to win. Even still, with Randy coming back,
I did.
Right, and then, or Randy wasn't going to come back, and then they were going to kind of blame Cody Rhodes, run that storyline where Randy didn't show up, and then they was going, Seth Rollins was going to blame Cody for the fact that he lost his title, something like that. Somewhere
everybody thought that Randy was going to turn on Jay and cost him the match.
Yeah, I like that aspect. I like the aspect of when he saw Jay, he went started to RKO, and then he said that you did this, and he started pointing at his neck. I appreciate that type of commitment to the storyline. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Cody and Seth looking at each other saying, "For one night."
Yeah.
When they teamed up.
Man, everything about it, the whole like we talk about when we talk about the storylines and everything was fantastic. It was great. You know what I'm saying? The match itself,
because when Randy came in, they just decimated them, right?
Yeah.
Randy took a couple bumps, but they decimated him. Like he was just the ultimate like deal sealer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, like they fed them boys like just the way that it ended. Don't get me wrong, like they fed them boys to the dogs, just finisher after finisher after finisher. I was like, all right, cool, I can deal with that.
I do appreciate him giving Cody Rhodes, the kill shot, the move and everything. It's like basically like, here you go, this is your show now.
Yeah.
Like passing the torch over to Cody Rhodes. I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Y'all see Mrs. Mike drop in the back.
Yeah.
I see you trying to stick around.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. The graphic popped up after the match.
It was weak.
Graphic popped up after the match, and then we hear the cult of personality come on, and then CM Punk makes his triumphant return back to the WWE. Randy Orton grabbing the chair, sitting in the ring, going like this. Seth Rollins going crazy, telling him to go F himself, having to be held back by Michael Cole and Corey Graves. What y'all think about all of that?
One, I give Seth Rollins props for the he really has everybody believing that. Even though he doesn't like CM Punk and he legitimately has beef with them, at the end of the day, we already know that Seth Rollins wouldn't really do that and risk his job or fine or anything like that. So, but I got to give him props for the fact that he played, like I said, that showmanship was. Some people got it, some people just don't.
Rhea going like this.
Yeah, Rollins got it. The debut of CM Punk was weak. It was mid. It was stupid. It didn't. Honestly, I would respect him a lot more if CM Punk would have came out when the show first started versus that bullshit. I mean, I would just be honest. It served absolutely no purpose whatsoever, other than
Besides feeding the people that wanted to see him back in WWE for 20
exactly.
years.
And I'm tired of the freaking CM Punk debuting in Chicago. I'm over that shit.
Yeah, I'm over that too.
That's what did it for me.
Yeah, I'm over it.
You knew, you hoped, but you knew he was going to debut in Chicago.
Yeah.
You don't have a I'm going to say it this time, pay-per-view in Chicago.
No.
CM Punk a free agent, and you don't bring him on, right? Okay, like, even though we knew Cody was coming, like Cody's return was still like triumphant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk's was like, it was too many mixed emotions that was going through. It was like, okay, he's back. Randy Orton waved at him about time. How they try to play it with the whole cinematic talking about backstage. People were asking, was he coming back? They denied all of the allegations. They're saying that he wasn't coming. And
they said Triple H didn't tell anybody in the match until right before they went out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had him in the building. You had him in the building roaming around back.
Talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Apologizing.
He had already done that when they kicked him out of Raw the first time. But I would say this.
You talking about when he was in the parking lot?
No, they said that he was talking to the Miz, made amends with him. Then,
he
and
was
then
in the parking lot.
He spoke to Triple H, but he said they only spoke for like 3 to 5 minutes because then he got kicked out the arena. But I would say since they did debut him at Survivor Series, I'm glad that they did wait until the end, as opposed to doing it at the beginning. Because he just got back. He don't need to hijack the show by coming out at the beginning, especially if he's not going to say anything.
He did.
He didn't say anything though. I'm saying if he wasn't going to say anything, there's no point in him coming back. Just to come outside, wave it, and go back into the back. I wouldn't have done that if he was going to come out first.
He hijacked Randy Orton's comeback.
Yeah, but I don't know. Randy got a bigger ovation.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Well, he got a big ovation from me. He got a big one from me.
He got a what?
A bigger ovation from me. Randy.
Oh, Randy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was happy when he came back.
No, they said that Randy Orton got a bigger ovation than CM Punk, and I was like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He did, but nothing beats that AEW return because the AEW one was more shocking because nobody thought that he was really going to come back to wrestling. The WWE one is the one that everybody's been looking for.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now I got my issues are with what happened the next night, but as far as on Saturday when he came back, I was cool with it.
We all got issues with what happened the next night.
Because when CM Punk's around, he's always going to quote unquote hijack it. But I just would have. I'm glad that they waited until the whole show was completed before they brought him out.
They should have had like waited until people was getting ready to leave.
No,
they wanted people to keep watching.
No, listen, like get people to be like they're walking up the stairs and then his music played. Like, oh shoot, like.
No, how long would you leave the graphic on TV before people cut it off? You still want people to see it on TV.
Yeah, what I would have done honestly is right after they did the pyro and they were welcome to, Survivor Series and all that like they do on TV and stuff. Let his music hit. Let every fucking body be shocked. Oh my God, CM Punk. Let him come out. Let him do his thing. This way, yeah, the talk is going to be CM Punk coming back. But at least when Randy Orton came back, then your focus is going to be on Randy Orton in the match and everything like that.
But Randy got his though. He got his RKO. He got his ovation when he came back. He got his moment.
Randy Orton deserved his moment after the match to celebrate. That's all I'm saying.
You got to look at his reaction after they got done celebrating. It was like he started leaning against the ropes, like and looking up at the Titantron, waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was waiting on it too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he never had a problem. I mean, I think the whole thing that made it worthwhile was seeing how Seth reacted. That was it. Even though it's a ploy, but
all right, damn all this. Let's get to Monday.
What you want to get to that whack ass I'm
I
home
want to
bullshit?
get to that 5-minute promo that they had me sit through that trash ass Raw for. Because you give me Zoe Starks and Nia Jax for what, like 9 minutes. Then you have Dom and Randy go overtime and leave CM Punk with 5 to 7 minutes to cut that damn whatever that was promo. Talk about I'm home and all this, boy. I could have threw up.
because it was about Randy.
It was full of crap.
At the end of the day,
You don't promote CM Punk coming back with a live mic in his hand and give him 5 minutes. I don't give a damn who on the show.
Honestly,
just to give us that.
The 5 minutes too long.
But that goes back to the whole sense of we've heard this shit before. We just heard you a year ago do the same shit with AEW.
It's not the same.
I'm different.
It's the same damn fan.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same. No. He came back. He was brought back by a Triple H ran WWE. He's finally back. This is the first time he's been in a WWE ring in how long? It's not the same.
His promo is the same. The words that he speaks is the same. The moment is different. I understand the moment, but the shit that he has to say is the exact same.
CM Punk gonna do the same.
No, it's not, because he literally contradicted everything he said in AEW. So it's not the same. He said, I can't go back to the place that made me sick in the first place. Where he at? The place that fired him on his wedding day. Where he at?
Yeah. Okay.
Then he's going to have the audacity to say, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money, like he's Scott Hall.
Hey, but I want y'all to know that y'all peep the AJ quote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he brought her name up by her wrestling name.
He's never brought her up, like her wrestling name up.
He also called her April.
He's there. So the fact that he called her AJ,
mm-hmm.
could
she's coming back. Mm-hmm.
Could we be seeing
Royal Rumble
a return?
Royal Rumble.
I think
Speaking of Punk in the Royal Rumble, do y'all think that it would have been better for him to debut at the Rumble or return at the Rumble?
Yes.
Absolutely.
At what number?
1.
And no, because I feel like I'm about to say if he goes 1, they really gonna have him go the distance.
15.
I mean, who's winning the Royal Rumble this year?
Probably him, but I don't think he's coming out till like probably like in the 20s.
Because at first we were all talking about it could be LA Knight, and now I doubt it if LA Knight even.
Oh, trust me, we gonna get to all of that. But I want to get JD's thoughts on that promo. I already gave my thoughts. I got more, but I don't want to hijack the show.
on what promo?
The CM Punk promo. Anything that he said.
First of all, you took a quote from The Rock that said he's home. I analyzed that. One, I'm looking at everything that you're saying, right? And I'm like, and I agree with you. It contradicts everything that you said in AEW. But of course, they're rivals, right? You actually are back in a place where mostly everybody thought that you would never come back. You even said you wouldn't come back. But we know you hurting. You hurting for money. You hurting for fame. You hurting for all of that. Like,
that's what Moxley said.
Yeah, you hurting for all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and who knows how long this is gonna last? I think that's just my thing. Like, how long is this gonna last?
I think he has until after WrestleMania to prove, or till WrestleMania to prove that, he's worth keeping around.
Yeah.
So I'm reading right now Kevin Nash, who has been saying a lot about CM Punk recently. He said that Tony Khan should have fired CM Punk the first time. I know y'all both echoed that sentiment. Then he said, according to or his thoughts on his podcast, Click This, he said about the Monday night promo, I thought the glad handing on the way to the ring was not him. For someone that was so pipe bomb, it felt very contrived. At the end, it was like, oh shit, I better slip this in so I have some credibility. Quoting Punk, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. I've heard that before.
I agree with him. I agree with everything he just said. I feel like the whole promo that he cut was wrote for him and was told him like, listen, this is what you're going to say, and then we'll go from there.
He now has to abide by the system.
Oh, he definitely has a behavioral clause.
And let me tell you something. Shit is different with Triple H than it was with Vince McMahon.
It's not even just Triple H show. It's the whole company, TKO, all of that. He's under.
All of it. They're not settling for that.
Dana White, all them people, they're not gonna settle. All the people that sit on that board, they're not gonna settle for that shit. But then again, I can't really say too much because Dana White is one of the biggest hypocrites of all time anyway. You know.
Oh my God! Did you see that nasty ass crew he rolled up to the UFC with? It was him, Kid Rock, Tucker Carlson, and Donald Trump.
I'm just saying though, how many times have he come out of his mouth talk about how Conor McGregor is never gonna fight in the UFC again, and then he had some, another fight, or even John Jones. You know, they're saying John Jones, no, he's disgraced the sport. He's never gonna fight in there again, but yet he's been in there again. And I'm a big John Jones fan, but I mean, at the end of the day, you can never say never when it comes down to anybody.
Right.
Anybody. If it makes them money, they will sign them. Doesn't matter how much they hate them.
How y'all feel about sign them? Oh, go ahead.
And with this thing, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say that Triple H is proving himself to be a better businessman than Vince McMahon at this point. All right.
Well, we already knew that.
He's at a proven state, and he's still going to keep proving himself.
Define businessman, because Vince did turn it into $1 billion company. So when we say businessman, what do we mean?
Decision.
Okay.
You mean Booker?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's still a business, right?
Well, we got to get Triple H some time. Vince had 40 years.
He had 40 years, but look at the little bit of time that Triple H has had control, and I'm not talking about control of the company because he doesn't have control of the company. He has control of what we see. So for that business aspect, he's still at a proven state. Like, I'm better at this, right? So he's going to
kind of agree with that.
He's going to do what's best for business, right? I'm going to win this. Like, at the end of the day, it's still a wrestling war going on. You know, it was at the end of the day, it was a good business call to bring CM Punk back.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem, right? The people got to realize, and they got to remember too, Vince is old and senile. So the decisions that he's made, I want to say, in the last 10 years, you got to kind of chalk that up to him being old and senile. Right?
Yeah, I ain't talking about young Vince.
All his decisions that he's made all the way up until, I want to say,
2015.
Okay, 2015. I was gonna say like 17, but we'll say 2015.
Now, 2015 is when Vince McMahon started getting on his high horse, started letting people go, and that's when the whole treating unfairly thing really started happening.
Whenever they did that mass layoff and they had let off like 35, 40 superstars at one time.
Yeah.
When Vince lost his mind.
Yeah.
So.
All right. What's your thoughts on Randy Orton joining SmackDown?
Well, we already knew that. Knew that was coming.
Roman needs a new competitor. Technically, Randy has never fought Roman for that championship.
And Randy has to finish his feud with the Bloodline. They're the ones that put him on the shelf for over a year now. So
he made amends with Jey Uso.
Yeah.
He said as long as you're not in the Bloodline, we're good.
Here's the crazy part: is do you think that Randy and CM Punk are going to be on SmackDown?
That was what I had to get to. Adam Pearce told Seth Rollins last night that he plans on offering CM Punk a Raw contract when he comes to Raw next week.
Yeah, but this Friday on SmackDown, he's going to
be there. He's going to be
they
there.
said that he's going to be there and he's going to decide if he wants to be on SmackDown or Raw. Is what they said Monday night.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
CM Punk's going to Raw.
I think they're going to throw a wrench. I think CM Punk's going to SmackDown.
So he's going to keep. Hijacking Randy, huh? So Randy goes to SmackDown, Punk go to SmackDown.
Only reason I say that is because SmackDown, they don't have nobody. Putting CM Punk and Randy on SmackDown gives you legitimate contenders for Roman when it comes down to title defenses.
Yeah, but they're not running out of
people.
Each other.
They running out of people on Raw too. This Shinsuke Cody thing came out of nowhere.
That's true. That's very true.
I like the story though.
Just to have Cody feud with somebody before the Royal Rumble.
I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna get Cody fighting Roman for the title.
Probably Elimination Chamber.
Unless Cody wins. And yeah, I was about to say, because if somebody from Raw, then there has to be somebody from Raw that wins the Royal Rumble, and then Cody's in the Elimination Chamber and he gets to fight for the SmackDown Championship.
Remember what I told y'all, man. Because there's been rumors they talk about Roman and CM Punk. I swear on everything I love, if CM Punk beats Roman Reigns for that damn title, this is gonna be y'all two doing this damn podcast.
No, it ain't. I'm not going
I think that my head will literally explode. I'll be so livid.
It's done. We would do our last episode and retire.
Yeah, but that would be such a slap in the face to put the World Heavyweight Championship on Cody.
Yeah.
That's why the title of this episode is called "How Will the Story End?"
Cody needs the WWE and the Universal Championship. That's the title that he needs. Because I'm not trying to be mean, but the World Heavyweight Championship wasn't there when his dad was competing. And
does Cody have to beat Roman to get that title?
Yes.
Yes.
Because what if let's say Randy is the one to beat Roman and Cody takes it off Randy?
No.
The story is for him to win the title, not necessarily for him to beat Roman.
I would have said that's fine if he didn't. Oh, I lost my earpiece. I would have said that's fine if he didn't lose to Roman at WrestleMania last year. The fact that he lost to Roman at WrestleMania last year, the only person that he can beat and win, it has to be Roman Reigns. It has to be. And we already know that he's going to fight Roman Reigns because the way WWE is, they run WrestleManias back to back. We got Shawn Michaels and Undertaker back to back. I mean, yeah, Undertaker and Triple H back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they do things. So it's going to be back to back. John Cena on the Rock back to back. Like, when you got a match of this caliber, they're always going to run it back to back.
And this is the thing. Cody is still popping up on SmackDown free will.
True.
2 weeks ago, he popped up on SmackDown and saved LA Knight.
Didn't he openly challenge Roman Reigns too? A little while back ago, Cody Rhodes?
No. They just had a face-off when Jay and Cody was on SmackDown. And he just let it be known that it's unsettled business.
All right. So we were wondering when Priest might cash in. So the next 3 PLEs for WWE is the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania.
I mean, at this fucking point, he's gonna hold on to that shit till WrestleMania.
You think it's so because we were wondering if Money in the Bank was before or after. Money in the Bank is after. You think he could wait all the way until the next Money in the Bank?
No, I think it's gonna be WrestleMania.
You really think it's gonna be WrestleMania?
So we don't have a fast lane, right?
They got rid of the pay-per-views now, or the premium live events in December. So now all we got is just the one in January. It's going to be WrestleMania. Why? Because
the Elimination Chamber is in February. They don't have one in March, and then they got WrestleMania.
So
WWE
let me
is
say
so
this.
cliche that that's how it's
Let
going to
me
be.
say this. The way that is looking with the return of CM Punk, I don't see Damian. If Damian Priest cashes in, he's not taking the title.
So that goes to there's rumors that they trying to dig up Stone Cold and finally have that Stone Cold CM Punk match
At WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. If he don't fight Seth.
But that's what I'm seeing is gonna happen. I see Seth and CM Punk fighting at
Let me see if
at
I can find it.
WrestleMania.
All right, so this is the WrestleMania predictions. All right, y'all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go over it real quick. So the WrestleMania prediction is Roman Reigns versus Cody. All right, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, and those two are for the championship. So Roman versus Cody championship, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk championship. Okay. Then we got John Cena versus Solo. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then we have Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States Championship.
And you know they got that 8-man tournament right now.
Yep. We got Rhea Ripley versus Becky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. We already know this one's going to happen. Jimmy versus Jay.
Yep.
All right. Now here's the surprise. These are the surprise for me. They have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre.
And they're now on separate brands, so I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't know how that's going to work, but there could be a way. I mean,
it's professional wrestling. There's always a way.
I can see Drew eliminating Randy Orton at the Royal Rumble.
All they got to do is just say that Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis had a conversation and made this match. That's all they got to say.
Here's the surprising one, and the reason why I say this one is surprising, I'll tell you, is because they have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. But in the picture, I know they're gonna pop up.
Gunther does not have the Intercontinental
title.
Yep.
So
Elimination Chamber
is. I'm thinking.
Now, he's either losing it at Elimination Chamber.
They don't have an Intercontinental Champion on here, but it's real surprising that they have him versus Brock, which I think would be a really good match. But it's just surprising that they don't have him with the Intercontinental Championship, which means that a lot of people think that he's going to either drop it Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber.
And then they also have Jade versus Bianca versus Charlotte, right?
I didn't see that in this one. They might have updated it.
Yeah. I've seen that exact same one, but it was a triple threat match, Jade versus Bianca versus Charlotte.
That means one of them has to have one of them's going to be EO soon.
Well, it didn't necessarily. When I seen the little I seen the picture.
Unless they do it as like a number one contenders match at WrestleMania, that's a WrestleMania worthy match.
It is.
Jade
nobody
versus
had a
Bianca
title.
versus Could you imagine? They've never done that before. A number one contenders match at WrestleMania.
Nope.
Triple threat match. That would be a first.
That's a big deal. Like, they should do that more often.
And then the winner could face the champion on night 2.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Yeah. Or the Monday night or the Raw after WrestleMania.
It got to be night 2 because these matches right here are enough to fill one night.
Do you think that we're going to ever get the Paul Heyman triple threat of Brock versus Punk versus Roman?
No.
Well, I saw another thing that said that Brock Lesnar could leave Roman for CM Punk.
You mean Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman?
Yeah. Paul Heyman could leave Roman for CM Punk.
I don't think that would happen until the Bloodline storyline is about to be over. And that could be like the final. That could be like the final diss to Roman is everybody leaves him, and then his wise man finally leaves him and goes back to where it all started. Well, not where it all started.
If you think about it, that would be a perfect thing for it to happen because right now I believe Roman doesn't need Paul Heyman. right?
Mm-mm.
Only reason why they have Paul Heyman around is because Roman's not showing up every night.
Yeah.
So that's the only way that they can really continue the storyline is that. But once Roman loses that championship, and then we figure out what's going on with Jimmy, because we know Jay is gonna stay on SmackDown. I mean, stay on Raw. They're really, I think his solo career right now is taking off, and they can't slow it down right now, right?
Yeah. Even though they took Yeet away from him for copyright
Yeah,
purposes.
copyright.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
can't say it
somebody.
no more.
Yeah, because it's in a song.
He just said it on Monday,
That might be the last day he can say it.
and he had the shirt on.
Well, yeah, but they. So if you rewatch the video now on YouTube, they blur the shirt off. So
So they
he just
probably
found out Monday. So they blur it out now. If you
they
go
probably
rewatch the
couldn't get
video.
it. They probably been trying to get those rights.
Yep.
Well, either way,
It was a TikTok song. They're like yeet, yeet.
I don't think that I don't think that they're gonna put Jimmy and Jay back together anytime soon.
I do.
I need no man. I need to see Jay with his solo title. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him with that solo run. And the fact that he had that World Heavyweight Championship match with Seth Rollins just goes to show that he's a main card person right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jay could be World Heavyweight Champion and hold Raw down.
he could.
I believe that 100% right now with
Hmm.
the way that his popularity is with the fans.
Hold on now. Could Jay be the one to beat Gunther?
That was the first,
Ooh,
and that was the first singles title he tried to go after. That's
ooh,
what made him main event Jay. Was him going after the IC title when Jimmy got hurt the first time.
ooh! Jay and Jimmy for the Intercontinental Championship. Ooh,
I like that.
I like that too.
I like that.
All right, so before we get out of here, I just want to know, how do y'all feel the turn went, and where do you see it going forward? Drew McIntyre officially turning heel.
I like him better here.
Yeah.
I've always hated Drew McIntyre as a face.
I hate that 1, 2, 3 countdown. I'm glad he stopped that shit. Now that he's heel.
I need them to go back to calling him the Scottish psychopath. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he dropped the whole sword thing in the ground and whatnot. Love it. Glad he doesn't come out in a skirt anymore. Love it.
It's called a kilt.
Skirt.
Let's be respectful.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good swerve for him.
Swerve.
He doesn't need he doesn't need a championship to progress his his heel-esque per se.
No, but I do want to see him win the
Oh yeah,
championship
he needs
as a
his
heel.
moment.
I
Yeah.
definitely want to see him. He held down Kobe. He held down the bubble. And for him holding down
he the COVID champ of the world.
For him holding down the Thunderdome, he deserves another title run.
We're gonna do an episode of the
deserves
Thunderdome.
a
I'm gonna
heel
put us
run.
in the Thunderdome.
I'm down for a Thunderdome episode.
I'm doing it. Next episode, Thunderdome. Episode 95. Is it just me, or every time something happens at the end of Raw, I always think this nigga Priest is gonna cash in? Like, as soon as Drew came out and Claymore, Jay, and then took out Rollins. Because I think that, honestly, at this point, Drew is so obsessed with taking out Jay, I think he would just let Priest cash in.
Yeah.
I don't think he would stop him.
No, but
Drew would have, but I don't think that he's so pissed off at Jay because Jay took an opportunity away from him, he feels, because he fought Seth instead of Drew last night. That I think he'll just let Priest cash in and he don't care. He just wants the title.
I get what you're saying, but the problem is that they're not going to let anybody cash in on Seth. That's where the main problem comes in. Yeah. Whoever gets cashed in on is going to be the person that beats Seth.
I would love it if CM Punk got cashed in on. That would be
I still say, like, Drew, I don't know. I feel like, hey, my dude, fight Seth win it at WrestleMania and then get cashed in on.
He'll get his WrestleMania moment. They're gonna main event night 1.
It's just so many people who deserve that main event spot, right? Because they was even talking about Seth, how he still hasn't had his main event opportunity, even though he cashed a one-on-one title match at WrestleMania. He has not had that.
Who?
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He had against Finn
cashed
Balor.
in. Against who?
Finn.
No.
That wasn't Mania. That was a WrestleMania.
Mm-mm.
Finn fought Edge at WrestleMania.
Oh, it was Edge. Yeah, you're right.
Seth Rollins fought Cody at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was a one-on-one.
Right.
But it wasn't for the title.
He hasn't headlined WrestleMania as a champion. So that's what they're saying. Like, there's so many people who haven't had their opportunity yet. Like, his opportunity was the fact that he cashed in on Roman and Brock, right? That was his last big-time WrestleMania moment. After that, it's been, I got RKO'd, I lost, like...
But you think about it, that was the same thing that they did to CM Punk, and that was the reason why CM Punk left. One of the reasons why he left.
That's why they're looking at stemming them against each other to headline night 1 of WrestleMania.
All right, so I want to end it off on something. I don't know if y'all. It may be funny, it may not be. And so, did y'all hear the promo that Ric Flair cut on Wednesday? This past Wednesday.
Bye.
He said, "Let's party like it's the old days. I could tell you the hotel, but the ages 18 to 28, leave the boyfriends and husbands behind. Come party with me and the Stinger." He said he apologized to Tony Khan and said he'll quit if Tony Khan needs him to. If that's best for business.
I need Ric Flair to sit his ass down at home.
Well, he was just hitting that old man strut with Prince Nana the other day.
Enjoy his Jello pudding.
Oh, Lord.
Right? Pop his little blue pill every once in a while. Get it on.
Hey.
I don't care. But at this time, it's a wrap. It's done. Ric Flair has had an amazing career. And he's killing it right now.
Yeah, it's time for him to walk off in the sunset.
He's killing his career.
He's just there to support Sting. It'll be over in March.
It's time for that to be put down.
It would be great if he was there to support Sting and he just stopped talking.
Well, then there's no point in Ric Flair being there.
Exactly. So therefore, he needs to go home.
Speaking of Sting's last match, it's going to be in Greensboro. Y'all trying to go? AEW Revolution?
When?
March 24th, I think.
Oh, I might be up there for a basketball tournament.
Oh, perfect. Win the game and go watch Sting and Flair.
It could be a possibility. Could be a good possibility.
Let's see. Let me take a look. Let me take a look right now.
I think that's on a Saturday, right?
Yep.
I'll be
Sunday. It's a Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, it's a Sunday. Yeah, I'll be on Wednesday.
Oh, it's actually March 3rd.
Ooh, that might
Sunday, March 3rd, Greensboro, North Carolina. And let me see. I don't know if y'all can see it. See that Sting right there.
Greensboro's too far away.
That's an hour and a half.
We've gone to SmackDowns and came back the same night and gone to work. So let me know if y'all interested. Greensboro Coliseum. Start time 7 p.m.
All right.
But y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on before we get out of here? Nope. All right, well, send us out.
And you have been listening to the must-hear talk show and all the YouTube sports entertainment. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast, and I give you our due. This is OTR Mic Drop.
It's Jay.
Your OTR rant. Your OTR rant. Your OTR rant.
Rants. So this is OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Tuesday Night Trey tonight. But yeah, man, that's all we got. Appreciate y'all joining us. This is episode 94. Episode 94. We are 6 away from episode 100. I will continue to beat that into the ground because can't believe we about to reach 100 episodes. That is crazy. But yeah, this is episode 94. So just keep tuning in.
Yeet.
Hey, you can't say that. That's betrayal.